how you feeling
Yeah.
since what's happening here? I just saw we left chapter 10. Why are we on chapter 4 now?
Eh,
So that kind of the jumping of or the experimentation of the form within, it's like again, it's a novel within a novel, or novels, multiple novels within this one singular novel. Like, how did you how did you get that spark? Like, I know you've been asked this multiple times, but how did you get the spark of that idea? Because it's such a really mind-blowing premise.
God knows. I wanted to talk about sort of grief
Mm.
and that feeling of loss, particularly that you can have with a mother.
Yeah.
And I know that very deeply. And so, yeah, I kind of found a way to talk about it and to kind of invent my own dream scenario of seeing the mother again on a bus somewhere in London and thinking, "God, wouldn't that be amazing?" Like, wouldn't oh my god, like, how incredible would it be to see my mother just, like, as though,
Mm.
no time has passed or, maybe she's my age, and then that freakiness of her even being my age kind of led to this, and then I kind of wanted to talk about the mother and her life and how this could have come to be. So, then it had me playing with form
Yeah.
quite a bit.
That Yeah, that's so profound as well. And um it there were so many layers that each kind of like chapter was revealing that was having me question all my kind of like opinions that I had on all the characters. Like there was some, Dempsey, for example, being a little bit more reserved, and there was moments where uh, I'm just shaking the book, or wanting to just kind of jump in and go, "Come on, Dempsey! Like, kind of get a grip, get a grip, get a grip." And then you hear more of her kind of story, and you see her herself kind of like reignite, and find the kind of strength that she has. And then similarly, you're looking at someone like Clara, you're going, "Oh, seemingly unlikable," and then you see all the
Mhm.
great things and brave things that she does for her sister. Um, how difficult was it? And forgive me if I'm asking questions that people have asked a lot, but like, how difficult
No.
was it to like track these these timelines? Because they were like the twins were non-identical, but like they had that kind of like seemingly identical
Yeah.
lives. Yeah.
Yeah. As
Uh,
as it would with somebody with a twin, whether
yeah.
identical or not. So, even I do believe that we're more similar. We are all more similar than we're different. And then especially if you're sisters and especially if you're twins.
Mm.
But with the timelines, oh, I mean, math is not my strong point. So
Me
when I
neither.
started, yeah, yeah,
I got the timelines confused, the time zones confused. I'm like, I'll call
we
you at
we
10.
we have the other brain. We have the other
Exactly.
side. That's
That's the one
that's
that,
the side that
yeah,
we're
yeah,
into.
yeah.
But yeah, it was difficult. It was difficult to walk when I was starting to do, and I won't give it away, but certain things I was like, oh, I was there with the calculator, literally being like,
Yeah,
well, wait a minute, because
yeah,
that doesn't come naturally to me.
mm,
But yeah, it was fun.
yeah.
It stretched my brain in a different way.
Yeah, and I think you added because we've seen the premises of like obviously timeline hopping, whether in
Yeah.
films or novels, but you added first of all the setting and the characters, which is new and fresh, right? So you rarely see these the black characters. There's a writer called I don't want to butcher his last name, but Femi. He wrote a book called The Upper World. I don't know
I
if
wanna read
yeah.
that.
Yeah, Upper World. He's like a mathematician, like, and Femi Fadugba, and he wrote a book about uh the upper world, and it was to do with like a young kid who's able to go into alternate kind of timeline, or based on something that happened to him. um and it's fantastic to kind of have these characters on these of this race and this gender in this world, because you rarely see that. And then also for you to kind of have this very unique and unapologetic approach to it as well. When you first proposed it to like say the publishers, you have some great acknowledgements at the end, but like what were people's thoughts? Because it's yeah, timeline jumping stories can blow people's minds.
You know, sometimes you have to, like, coax people into it because it wasn't as wild, I think, when they bought it.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't as wild, and then I just got wilder as I wrote it and got
yeah.
even wilder, you know, but I wasn't
Mm,
revealing that level of stuff initially. I was just saying, this happens," and then, you know,
mm,
we'll kind of get to this direction because honestly, I didn't fully know at the time,
mm,
and I don't like to box myself in with that stuff.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, when we sold the novel, it
Mm.
it 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 definitely got a lot wilder, like more of a tangle as I
Yeah.
wrote, which I
I
love.
those are the best stories, you know, because I was teasing my brother because we watched the Oscars the other well just last night. It would be the other night when people listen to this. And Ryan Coogler apparently he wrote Sinners in 2 months, right?
Yes, I
And
heard that.
yeah, he wrote that in 2 months, and I wrote one of my features in about the first draft in 2 weeks. And I'm like you,
Wow.
I I can plan it, but I just don't like it. I don't like having
Same.
I just wa I would rather discover the problem when we get there than to be
Yes,
trying
yes,
yeah, than to be trying to
yes.
go yeah, so there was loads of problems that people that have read it and when we did the reading, they were like, "Oh, but this," and that." I go, "Okay, yeah, we can solve that." But if I sat down with a calculator, like you said, and I'm going, "But this, then this," I wouldn't get anything done. So I
No.
feel you. I think not knowing where it's gonna go is great for me. It's great.
Because then
Yeah.
it's genuine, because the reader doesn't you don't. But
Yeah.
even that calculator thing, it's right at the end when I was doing that because like you, but I wanna have fun doing it. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's so fun when you don't know and you're just going along with spirit or whatever is passing through us and giving us this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great. It's like,
You
"Ooh, what's gonna happen today?" You know,
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
office,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It feels like you're genuinely excited by your writing process. Like it's not
yeah,
like
I
you're
have
not
to
sitting
be.
down going, "Oh God, time to write," you know? Like it feels like you're genuinely excited. What was
'Cause
yeah, go on, no,
no,
because
no, I'm just saying because it's hard enough. That's all I
yeah,
was saying, hard
yeah,
enough
yeah,
without
yeah.
adding that element to it, you know?
Well, having said that, then what was maybe the hardest thing without giving too much away? Because I think I want to encourage like uh, people should definitely read this book and read it before. Obviously, we say the good news that's attached to this, but
Oh,
read yeah, definitely read this book because it will have you, like I said, questioning your initial ideas of the characters. But oh my God, there's one point towards the end where I literally did what I just did right now. I was like, oh, like
mhm, I know
when
what
the
you're
penny
talking
dropped.
about.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. It's like,
Does that
"Oh,
make sense? Yeah, when
yeah."
the penny dropped, I was like, whoa, and it was similar to when I saw my father's shadow as well. Have you seen my father's shadow?
Yeah, yes, yes,
Oh
yeah,
my God, like
yeah.
again, no spoil. I was like, and I was sat there, and similar thing nearly happened, but I think I just got out of bed and just got on with it. But I went to watch my father's shadow with my girlfriend, and we were watching it, and I was just there like, oh, okay. And then when the penny drops, you're like,
Yeah,
oh my God. And
yeah,
I was bawling my eyes out for like
yeah.
minutes. Like,
The depth of that. Y
yeah,
you know, I watched it with a bunch of people, like, you know,
yeah,
a bunch of my friends, and we sat after that film, we just it finished, and you know when no one in the room talks, and everyone was like,
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that. I love when a
yeah,
film does that, or a book does that, or just
yeah.
a piece of art does that. That's special.
I think your book did that to me as well. I got like a that similar feeling, and if it weren't for the fact that I had to get up and I didn't have the luxury of like kind of sitting down, and I had to really because I was thinking, whoa, like it had a real depth, like you said, the
Mm,
depth and the way you kind of brought it back, and then also um allowing the imagination. I guess that's why we love books, right? Because the
yeah,
imagination to go where it went, and you encourage that, right?
yeah. Yeah, I love
You're
it.
right, your form and your writing kind of encourage that. But then at the same time, if some because me and my girlfriend were like, was it was this what this was? Is this what we think it was? And then it was so ambiguous. But with you, you kind of go, it could be, you know. Let me not give a spoiler, let
Mhm.
anyone post, but don't
Mhm.
like it could be that, but it could also could be this as well. Well,
It mirrors
yeah.
life, it
Mm,
mirrors life though, because in life there are so many things that we really can't explain, especially if they're ancestral or just older than us.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Have you speaking of like we spoke about my father's shadow, have you spent some time in Nigeria as well? Or anywhere in Africa?
Oh, in Africa, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, in Africa, considerable amounts of time in Africa. In fact,
Mm,
I I've never lived in West Africa, but I spent a lot of time,
mm,
in Senegal and
mm,
this is not West Africa, but Kenya.
mm.
I lived for 3 years in Cape Town in
I
Joburg.
remembered I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah. I remembered that.
that
I was like, you
yes,
just come
because I
back.
met you after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I just remembered. I was like,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just come back from South Africa. Yeah, so okay, well, what was that like? Firstly, not maybe not your preference, but like what was the one that was maybe the most impactful? The what country that you spent time?
I lived in South Africa for a long time, but I fell in love with Senegal.
Mm,
Um, and, I was there on a project actually, and then ended up staying. Then I
mm,
ended up being there again.
mm,
But it it's just it's a connection, I think that, and this is probably because I am Nigerian.
mm,
Uh, my dad was Nigerian, who I never
mm,
met,
mm,
but it was I feel something when I'm the continent itself, even in Kenya, I
mm.
feel something that is I don't feel anywhere else, you
I
know?
hear you. I hear you.
You know, you
I
know.
hear you. I'm telling you, born in Uganda, lived there for 10 years. And I feel it even just now, just thinking about it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I touched down to Uganda and I think you're the same as well. I have a different perspective on Africa. I know there's loads of not so good things about it. People, I know there is, but like me, when I go there, sometimes to my detriment, I just see the positivity. I see the
yeah,
beauty.
yeah,
I see the potential.
right.
I just love the place, you know. I love the
It makes
place.
sense, and it's your
Yeah.
home when and it's your first home.
You're right. It's my
Yeah,
first home,
yeah.
and I wonder if I would have had the same thing. Do you think you would have had the same thing if you grew up in, like, say,
Oh,
Nigeria
it would be
or
more. It would be
maybe
more.
more?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the, more, like, difficult aspects of kind of not having the connection, initially with my
Mm,
Nigerian family because I have brothers and sisters there, but
mm,
because of, they have different mother to me, so I didn't get the chance to grow with them and spend time with them, but never say never.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm in contact with them, I speak to them on the phone.
Oh, that's
So
good.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, that's
we've been talking since I was a teenager, so it's
oh, okay.
been
So,
years and
yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah. Did you ever
Yes.
pick up language did they speak in
So
your
they sp so, okay, so they speak some Hausa,
mm,
they speak English, and there is a so from my 'cause my tribe is not it's not Hausa, it's
mm,
even though it's from Jos, the,
mm,
Plateau State,
mm.
it's called Mupung,
I've never heard of
Mupun. Yes,
Mupum.
and but the language is nearly obsolete, apparently. Still wanna
Whoa.
learn it, though.
We
Yeah.
can learn it and keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
I've never heard of that track. Like I thought you were gonna say like ethic or
Right.
something, or like mup.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And the
Mupun.
way you said that as well, that sounds dope. Mupum. Um,
Yeah.
let's see.
I need to learn more of it. My brother told me it's nearly obsolete.
Oh,
That
Mupun. Yeah, Yeah, I
yes,
see it.
you see it?
Mupun.
Yeah.
I see it.
That
It's
is
them what?
where my people are from, my father's people. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, listen, I think yeah, get your siblings to to help you learn it and just
They
like
gotta teach me, yeah,
yeah,
as much as they know, they gotta teach me.
yeah. Because
Mhm.
I'm fortunate. I speak Luganda from
Yeah,
Uganda, and that's like prevalent in Uganda. But within our family, I'm the only one. I'm the eldest. You met my brother Moses. He's after
yeah.
me. But they don't speak it.
Does anybody still do you speak it at home?
I
Do
speak it
you
to my mom and dad. Yeah,
to your
yeah.
mum and dad? So do your
I
mum and dad speak it regularly or not s
Um, no, it's a very English household. Like
Mhm.
with my dad, I speak Luganda more.
Okay.
And my mom, I speak Luganda. Like a lot of times, it's a psychological thing. I told an actress I was working. I was like, with language is very psychological, isn't it? Like if you feel
Yeah.
comfortable and confident and you're not going to feel judged whatever, especially when you have a kind of a lack of confidence, you can end up maybe not speaking it as well.
Right, yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? So you need
Yeah, no, definitely.
yeah, so sometimes I feel more comfortable, like say, speaking Luganda to my dad because actually a lot of times he will encourage me to speak more in Luganda. When he
Yeah.
sends me voice notes, it's all in Luganda, and like
I
I
love it.
respond. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but I would love to hear Yrsa just speaking the Mupun language
So would I.
one
Oh,
so with that.
so would I. I would love it too. I would love it because I love languages.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love languages as just as a point of
yeah,
whenever I go somewhere, I always learn a smattering of phrases, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I just do. I just love that, and I remember them well because of the reading, you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
so yes, I bring it on. I
Great.
would love to. Yeah.
And then to kind of like start wrapping it up a little bit to end with, congratulations. Obviously, The Catch has been optioned for a TV series.
Yes.
Like life kind of imitating, part reality a little bit. Sorry, life art part imitating life. Um, how did
Meta.
yeah, met very, very met. You wrote your life in existence, like your op. So how did that kind of come about, and how do you feel about that?
Well, it was put in the work on purpose.
Yeah,
You
great.
know, put in the work on purpose because we know that we
Mm,
write things to life, which is
yeah.
why you kinda in a sense, you have to be a bit
Mm,
intentional. I'm gonna say careful because
mm,
'cause we write fiction and a lot of things can happen, but you gotta be
mm,
intentional, I think. But I always say, and I'm really excited about and I think like you, I wanna do lots of things,
mm,
writing in books, on screens, on
mm,
stages.
mm,
In music, it's all of the and
mm.
this is what I love about you and your work as well, because 'cause you're just
Thank you,
so multifaceted. I've seen so many iterations of what you
thank you,
do. I've seen you on stage, I've heard your music,
thank
you've been behind the camera, you've
yeah,
directed, like, it's so many views. It's just like there's no end to it,
yeah,
and I think that that's really important that we're able to let our essence just go into all the deep spaces. So the
mm,
next thing, I mean, I love writing screenplays and
mm,
I love to talk about things
mm.
in that way. So I'm very excited, very, very, very excited about whatever iterations the stories take.
Yeah, so uh I think as well, sorry, I was getting distracted here by people talking.
Oh,
But I think yeah, I agree with you. The various iterations and kind of explorations of the different talents, because you're not just one creative vessel. We talked about the vessel,
oh,
like it comes in many different forms.
yeah.
um but I can't believe I missed this, and I think a lot of people probably are screaming going, can you just at least talk about this as well? Like you're writing for Beyonce's um
Oh!
is it Black is King, right?
Yeah, it was Black
So
is King, although I didn't know that at the time.
oh wait, are you
But
able to talk about how they approached it and why you didn't know that at the time?
yeah, I can because it took shape in many different in many different, it was always going to be that project, as in it was
Mm,
like the visual.
mm,
um, kind of, I guess, the visual piece,
mm.
representing in a lot of way, the Lion King and that story. But I think I was, Blitz, the
Yeah,
director,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
incredible
yeah,
Blitz, who
yeah. He
I
wrote
just
Berry of Kojo, right? Did he?
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who who I had the pleasure of meeting back then, and again, a
Mm,
multifaceted
mm,
individual like
mm.
yourself who just I'm just surprised,
Yeah,
one day it's a
musician.
book
Yeah,
that he's painting, then
yeah,
and then so I've
yeah.
known him for a while, and I didn't know what the project was. I was
Mm,
approached,
mm.
and then it was like, "Okay," so I'm NDA'd, but
Mm, mm.
then they tell me, so I'm
Wow.
like, "Oh," so they're like, "Can you be in LA tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah."
Wow. And where were you at this
When
point?
I was in New York, and the
Ah,
next day, there I was, like,
wow.
doing this, and
Yeah,
it was a lovely process,
yeah.
it was easy,
Mm,
it was, use do what you do and write,
yeah,
prose
yeah,
to what we can see,
yeah.
and it's
And
one of my favorite things.
it's what you've been working towards as well. Like we're going
Yeah,
back to how you started, and you, like you said, you set things into existence. You want to be an author. You
yeah,
said that with pride and everything. Like, listen, it's a pleasure, and I hope people are inspired by this because
mm,
I'm inspired. You're such a light, and um
thank you.
yeah, seriously, I'm getting flashbacks of all the incredible conversations we had, and to remember we used to do the poetry readings in your landlord's house, and it was
Yeah, we did it! And
like,
I remember even the morning we were singing on the street, like, you were rapping and you I remember it all, it was just
Yeah,
amazing. It
it
was
was.
so
Yeah,
much fun.
yeah, and those are like the beginnings of like
Yeah,
obviously displaying your creativity and reading your book. I just felt so proud, and I was, when you and some people have said this to me, or like when they do reading something I've done or watch, and they go, "I can't believe this is someone that I know that did this," and I'm like reading it, going, "Wow!" Like I'm reading someone's work that I know from so many years ago, and it was amazing. And then I'm learning so many kind of I'm having so much more love for you as an artist just
thank
from
you.
this work, and yeah, you've created a beautiful epic, intimate, like it's been described. It's intimate but it's vast as well. um
Thank
and I can't wait to see the TV series immediately. Even before I kind of knew, I was like reading it going, feels like such a vast tv TV show, and it would be beautiful to see this. So I can't wait. I
Yeah,
hope you're enjoying adapting it, and
yes, yes, yeah, it's all fun, it's all
yeah, yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah,
It's just doing different things with
yeah,
what you're given, right? So, yeah,
y-
it's gotta be fun, or why are we doing it? You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Would you then? What's next? Yeah, what's next after that? You can't obviously maybe say yet, but like, just like the one of the characters is asked of a sequel. Is there a sequel to this? Or is there another kind of story you have?
It's always, what's next? I feel like I'm always in the next thing, or probably like, the way that projects happen, you're like 3
Mm,
projects. I wanna do so many different things all the time, but one of the things that's really important to me is also, like, gathering in rooms and talking about things for people at various points of their career, and, I have this, newsletter, it's my Substack, and I talk a
mm,
lot about this and have a lot of, like, free Zoom rooms and everything like that because I want to grow with people.
mm,
I want us to have, like, community and talk about these things, and also what all these industries are like close up without that smoke screen of, "Oh,
mm.
yeah, we just arrived like this." No, it's not. It's actually
Yeah, yeah,
really there are a lot of things within that, and
yeah,
so what's next is just more sharing. The
yeah,
ideas will come, but more, um, transparency and honesty about what this is. and
Mm.
why we do it and, what's required and all of this. So, yes, it's all on my Substack. I talk about that a lot, but that's where I update everything. Well, what's happening next? Because it's like a whirlwind. But I love
And
that.
yeah, and so you should. And what's the name of your Substack?
It's called The Utter, and it's just yrsadalyward.substack.com, and you'll see it all there. I'm never
Fantastic.
quiet on it. I'm just always on it. So yes,
So
that
for
is
those that are
me.
listening, it's YRSA
Yeah.
Daily DALEY and then
Mhm.
Ward.
Word.
So uh
Substack.com, and it's called The Utter.
the Otter.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Brilliant. I'm gonna subscribe as well because I'm
Yes,
dipping into the
subscribe.
Substack world as well. But
Yeah, do it. Oh my god, you'd be amazing on that because of everything that you bring. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I wrote
please do it.
I wrote
Do
one
it.
2 years ago. Like I did I love this
You.
actress called Danielle Deadweiler. And I just think
Yes,
she's
she's incredible.
fantastic. I just think
Yeah.
she's fantastic. So I wrote like the best actress of the year of 2024 was like Danielle Deadweiler. And then I kind of just fizzled out a little bit, but I should get back onto it proper.
Please do. Do. I'll
Mm.
be your accountability person. Do it, do
Yes,
it.
please. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah,
I
do
will.
it.
Yeah, I think I'll write about maybe developing my feature actually, because there's so many things and producing and that kind of thing. There's so many things that yeah, I would love. I like your transparency and I'm the same. Like I wanna
Yeah.
demystify this whole kind of
Thank
creative
you.
journey and be real about it. So
And
yeah,
people wanna see that. They wanna read that from you. So please, please
you're
do
so
it.
right. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
do
it.
it. We need to see what it's like, from conception to the end, not just the end,
Yeah.
So please
Okay.
do it. I'll
All right,
subscribe.
all right. Thank you, Yrsa. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you for
Well,
having
thank you.
me.
No, no, thank you.
Such a pleasure.
I should be saying thank you, thank you. You're someone that's been very warm, and you've been to my house. I've been to one of your places, and we've been in each other's lives for since basically our 20s. So it's like
Yes.
it's so it's and sometimes some friendships are, easier to kind of maintain, and and it doesn't seem like effort. And I think your friendship is one of those where it's just you
Yeah,
dip back in and we support and watch each other from afar, and then come back, and do you know what I mean? And I
all the
really
time.
I really yeah, I appreciate you. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And you, my love. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, then I'll let you enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
You have
And
a good day.
okay,
Good
all right, you
evening.
all right, okay, you too. All right.